Old Heads Only. We are back. Episode 2. Episode 2 of Old Heads. And if in true old head fashion, we started late because we had technical difficulties. That's what old heads do. Old Heads Only. This is a show about old school hip hop conversations. What's that, Chop? That's your phone?
That was my laptop. I'm closing it.
All right. I'm Challz Brown. Right there beside me on the right or left, depending on how your screen is built up. At the top, that is 4 Eyes the Ugly Professor. That's my co-host in crime on this show. And under him, pause. Under him is Chop the Butcher. What's up, Chop?
What's up, fam? What's going on?
Pleasure to have you, champ.
Good to be here, man. Huh?
So let me ask you a question. Do y'all have y'all phones on Do Not Disturb?
I don't, but I don't plan on nobody trying to.
But I don't be getting nothing this late anyway.
Yeah.
So then it's all good. We're gonna talk this old head talking, and people that want to see it gonna watch it. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Hold up, I gotta do something. Give me a second. I got.
Hey, Dale, you missing a drink, man?
Huh? Hold on.
Dale, missing a drink. You missing some drink.
What are you talking about?
Some alcoholic beverage, something refreshing.
You talking about drinking while I'm on the show?
Damn,
this ain't drink champ. This ain't drink champ.
So what? Libations always get things live.
Yo, I wanted to get my mic. The mic sound crispy. All right, guys.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug. If y'all ain't on it, get on it. If y'all ain't on it, get on it.
What you talking about?
Get on what?
CLBMG. If y'all ain't on it, get on that apparel.
Yeah, Chop got the hat. He got the shirt. Chop be winning on the every time we do the contest. Chop and Dale be winning the contest. Salute to Chop in the building.
My shit. y'all never send me my stuff for winning the contest.
What we owe you? What we owe you?
I don't even remember, Joe.
Nah, we got some socks or something for you. I got to figure out what we owe you. Listen, Old Heads Only. This is the Old Heads show. We talk about old head situations and things that is important to people that love hip hop from our era. Tonight's show, and I don't know, it's just a coincidence. It's a coincidence. But we're going to talk about fat rappers. And you know what that means. Chop is in the building. And just a coincidence that Chop is a fat rapper. This was not planned. I did not plan to talk about fat rappers, but it seemed like the perfect chance.
DJ slash rapper.
Yeah, he more of a DJ than rapper.
DJ slash rapper.
DJ slash rapper, you're right. So let me just let me look in here. I found it. So Chop.
What up?
I want to talk about, first we're going to get to fat rappers, then we're going to get into singing rappers. Because it's been a lot of talk lately about who's hip-hop, who's not hip-hop. And Dale brought this up in the chat about, not necessarily that we could talk about Drake per se, but we're going to talk about the origin of singing rap. You know what I mean? Like, Dane used to sing. Slick Rick used to sing. He busts out singing all the time. There was so many singing rappers, bro, that it was normal.
It
so you think it's not being normal?
But it wasn't normal. Okay, let's be real right now.
No, I'm asking, is this the first topic? This the first topic?
The first topic.
Okay.
We're gonna jump into singing rappers.
If you really think back to it, Slick Rick was the first one to really start when he did the show, and he did the, it's all because of you. I felt that joint. That right there is what started it and made it popular. But it wasn't a whole song where he was singing. It was the rhymes that he did and the song that he chose to sing with it just happened to go with it. And then if you think about it, it was on nostalgia for the simple fact we came up listening to that. Our parents were playing that type of stuff and we was listening to it. So that right there to me was the start of it all.
Yeah. You could say that in the Hey Young World, even though that came later on, he was pretty much singing that whole song too.
Yeah, but the show was the one where, you know, when they did Dougie Fresh was beatboxing and he was singing, and just the singing part got the crowd involved because everybody knew that stuff.
Yeah,
So that right there is what made it real popular. So then, as we get down like to now, it seemed like every young rapper or whatever, it's like they're singing, rapping, which I don't see nothing wrong with it. But if you call yourself a rapper, you gotta rap. You gotta rap. You can't just be singing everything. You want to harmonize, fine or whatever, but you can't be singing everything.
So I disagree that Slick Rick was the one that started the singing rapping. You got a bunch of rappers, and Jazz was on the beatbox back in the day, right?
Okay.
There was a lot of rappers harmonizing way before Slick Rick, 10 years before Slick Rick, right?
But you said the key word harmonizing.
Which is singing. But
Okay.
and rap, most people say that DJ Hollywood and them, their records were singing records, but those are the precursors of rap.
Okay,
right?
Okay. I okay. On that note, you said I agree.
Double Dutch bus coming down the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that and that was the precursor. Now we could say Slick Rick became the most popular at it. He made it the most worldwide because he was the next in line. And when he got his turn, that's right at the edge when hip hop started to become more commercialized, and not necessarily commercialized. I'm not gonna say that, but it became more popular. So Slick Rick benefited from that, and he came in. It's all because of you. Now he was really one of the first ones that was throwing them soulful lines in there and would just burst out singing an old school record.
Yeah,
I can't think of many people doing that. I mean, I would have to really dig deep.
Grand Poobah after him.
Yeah, Grand Poobah. How many years was that after? You know what I mean? Like
Grand Poobah wasn't
5-6 years.
Grand Poobah wasn't that far after Slick Rick.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, Slick Rick was around
y'all
87, 88.
Y'all forgetting about UTFO. They had singing joints too.
Yeah,
UTFO.
So it wasn't Slick Rick, and I know we want to give it to him, and he was one of the best to do it. But and he did a lot of singing. He was unabashed, like unashamed to just burst out singing, and he made it cool.
Yeah,
Don't hurt me again. All this, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he was probably one of the most. He probably was one of the best at it, but he wasn't the first. You know what I mean? A lot of people from the 80s get forgotten about.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But how do you feel about singing rappers?
I don't have a problem with it, but my thing is, Drake, he's the elephant in the room. Let's just say Drake.
Right.
Drake started off seriously rhyming. A lot of these new cats, they started off seriously rhyming. And then, the wave of harmonizing and singing and stuff, that was the thing. So he jumped on that. To me, it seemed like, if you was a rapper and you want to put a couple of singing bars or whatever in it, fine. But how many albums Drake got where he's singing all the songs? All the songs on his album, he's singing.
Well, let's be clear. We already established that Lauren, most of her album is singing.
Yeah, so that was an R&B album. That wasn't a rap album.
Well, I guess you could say that for Drake.
Exactly.
Right. I think this is what I think. I think Rail said Ja Rule. Salute the Rail in the building. Ja Rule. Can't nobody do it like Ja Rule. That's a fact. And 50 was doing it. I think we hit. Oh, let me see. Infinity Jug, he's in the bill. He said it's got to be whack from a hip-hop perspective. Yeah, it gets to be whack from a hip-hop perspective. That's why I want to go. But where did that start? Right? Where did it start that we chose the rhymes, harder rhymes, like a Wu-Tang, or even before Wu-Tang, like a Ghetto Boys, right? Or like Ice-T. Where did we start choosing? Huh?
Like an NWA?
Yeah, what you think? Like, where did we start choosing So Special Ed was right. The NWA began it, right? The destruction. Because
yeah, but you really can't put it on them.
They was like the first I heard to do a lot of cursing.
Not to me.
I remember somebody in the interview saying they didn't know they could curse on record like that until NWA, and they was like, "Oh, we can curse like that."
True.
And then that's when the gates got the floodgates open up. Everybody started cursing on a regular basis on their album. But you know, before that, you might hear a curse word or profanity every once in a while. The
most curse words you probably heard. The most curse words you probably heard before NWA was "damn," "ass," and occasional shit.
Yeah, you ain't like every day.
Now I'm not gonna lie. Dale is right, because the summer that NWA came out, I went to spend the summer with my cousin in Washington State. That was the first time I heard Eazy-E or NWA. And hit it because his best friend was a DJ over on the West Coast. He made me a copy and I bought that shit back. And before I knew it, it was blasting out of everybody's car. Shit, damn, ass, motherfucker, all that stuff. All of that stuff. So yeah, NWA they kind of made people realize, oh, we can say more than just damn, ass, and shit.
Well,
I mean, they was like Eddie Murphy in a sort of like his stand-up where it was just a cuss word after cuss word after cuss word.
They were.
You didn't hear that previously. I mean, you had Schoolie D and Ice-T, but they ain't cursed nothing like
they didn't curse that much.
But everything has a start point and then it gets progressively. That's anything. So you may get a couple curse, just like TV. At one point, there was no curse words on TV. Now you can say almost all of them.
Yeah.
Especially late night.
Definitely.
Right? Boondocks was on national televised television, and they was cursing they was saying everything.
Well, hold on. You gotta take before that, because South Park was doing that too.
Who?
South Park was doing that before the Boondocks.
South Park too.
Yeah, that's true.
All of that was Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Right? So everything gets progressively whatever. But I don't think just the cursing, it was a combination of not only just the cursing though, because we keep bringing up Schoolie D, but Schoolie D made it where kick their ass up some little punk, like da-da-da. He was cursing in that song itself. That actual song he was cursing. Right? And people wasn't talking about kicking dudes' ass like that till Schoolie D. Right?
No.
PSK. Oh, hold on, how'd it go?
You know what
people
I mean?
Always say, what the hell is that
mean? What the hell does that mean? Right.
He was first one really talking a lot of like hard gangster stuff, right? But it progressed into what it is. Now, it didn't stop. We still had very creative, very truthful rap. We had Arrested Development. We had what's your guy? I wish I was a little bit tall. I keep referencing him. We had Def Jeff. We had Divine Styler. It didn't just go into this hardcore lane. We still had Domino. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? We still had parties.
That's some singing. Yeah.
But see, if you think about it, then we had more of a variety of different stuff we wanted to hear. But because the hard stuff was prominent, that's what each generation started to grab. Oh, I got to be harder than this. Or I got to go harder than that. Or I got to go harder than that. And we where we at now.
Well, the record labels kind of push a certain agenda, but the streets also demanded a certain agenda as well.
They do.
But even go ahead.
No, I was going to say the first person that I can recall that started off doing more rapping than singing and then like went strictly prominently to singing is CeeLo Green. That's the first person I can remember totally abandoned rapping and going straight
first. He's the most prominent. I'm gonna tell you who's first. To me, it's Queen Latifah.
Yeah, because she actually came out with a whole jazz album.
But wasn't that after CeeLo started doing
No, that was before CeeLo. That was before CeeLo Green. That was before CeeLo Green.
We didn't even have
that jazz album before CeeLo Green dropped his solo joint?
No, after Queen Latifah dropped, what was it, Black Rain or whatever? It was a couple songs on that joint where she was just straight sick. My sister used to bang that album like crazy.
No, I'm not talking about when you sing now and then. I'm talking about like when you prominently go just strictly singing. You rarely rapping.
I think
Didn't CeeLo Green do that before Latifah?
No, I think Queen Latifah did it before CeeLo Green. I'm not totally sure. I'm not totally sure, but I think Queen Latifah did it before CeeLo Green.
I'm almost 100%, but it's close. But let me say, Queen Latifah.
When did that Jazz album come out? Because that actually came out after Lauryn Hill.
What came out?
CeeLo Green solo joint came out around the same time as Lauryn Hill joint, right?
No, CeeLo Green, his first solo album came out. I'm pretty sure it came out after Queen Latifah. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it did. I think it did.
Give me a second. So Queen Latifah, she had the. I'm trying to find her little discography. Bada boom, and we talking about the discography. Dana Owens' album was 04.
When did CeeLo come out? His first solo joint.
Yeah, because that first solo joint he had like one rapping joint.
Because that was the album with Closet Freak on it. That was the album with Closet Freak on it.
Yeah, he had like one rapping song on it.
Yep.
So let's see when CeeLo Green. CeeLo Green. Damn, which album was it?
It was CeeLo Green and the something. Read off the discography.
And his Perfect Imperfections?
That was the one.
Yeah, 2002.
So that was in 2002. That was before Latifah.
Okay, so CeeLo Green came out. He did it first before Queen Latifah.
But actually, Lauryn Hill was first.
Yeah, but like I said, Lauryn Hill album only had one rap song. The rest of it was R&B.
She had joints where she mixed it up. She was singing, then she'd rap a little bit on a few of them joints. Like she only rapped on like 3 or 4 songs.
To me, that's an R&B album.
It is an R&B album.
That's an R&B album.
But you could basically say CeeLo Green first joint was an R&B album because he had less rapping than she did. I think he had like one rap song.
Did he? The joint with the joint that Timberland produced, "I'll Be Around."
No, that was on the second joint.
That was on the second one. Okay.
Yeah. On that first joint, I think he had like one rapping joint. That joint was called "Big Old Words," and he started the album off with that, and he go in on it. He rapping his ass off. Then he be like, "All right, let me do my shit now. I did that. I got it out the way. Let me get into my singing shit now."
I miss that rapper CeeLo Green because CeeLo, man, on that Goody Mob joint, he showed his ass on that.
Yeah, he a beast.
He showed his ass on that album, boy.
So we got a lot of comments. I want to tap into the comments real quick, so we're not missing nobody's comments. So, Curtis 75 Black, Whistle and UTFO was singing. Then we talking about
I Want to Be With Me.
Yeah. I said UTFO.
Yeah, he said Skilo. I was talking about Skilo. Then he said, glad you brought up the streets wanting more. And he said, nah, Whistle went from bugging to singing always and forever. That's a fact. And you know what? I'm about to blow y'all mind. I'm about to prove both of you. I'm about to prove both of you wrong. Force MDs used to be the Force MCs. And the Force MCs started singing full time when they became the Force MDs.
I never knew that they rapped. I never heard they
rap joints. I never knew they rap. You sure about that?
I'm sure. I literally just heard it.
Because they from Staten Island, right?
They from Staten Island.
We can look it up, but I just heard that. And a matter of fact, I just got that from somebody else. I was watching a video 2 days ago saying Force MDs was rapping at first. I think it was DMC on that Breakfast Club interview.
I never knew that.
I've never heard they rap joints.
And Curtis just said it in the chat. He just said they did rap first. So that's who did it first. Force MCs. They was Force MCs, and then they went to Force MDs.
I heard that before, but I never actually heard none of their rap songs. Like I've never heard none of their rap songs.
That means you too young, Dale.
So you said you heard they actually rap songs. You heard they rap songs before.
It's been a long time. I don't remember them, but I heard that was what happened. I'm almost certain. Itching for a scratch.
I want to hear the actual rap song.
He's right. Tony just
hear
said it. Tony's in the building. He just said itching for a scratch.
Oh, yeah, I know that song. Yep. Okay, I know it. But I thought they was prominently singing on that joint. Like they did a little rap here and there, but I thought that was mostly singing.
That's what you thought, but they was rappers. They was rappers first. Then they switched it up.
We learn something new every day, Dale.
This the real core of what we getting at, right?
Right.
We're getting at when do the singing stop being pure hip-hop and become a commercial formula? That's what we really getting at. Because we can say Mos Def sing his ass off and we treat this guy like a god in hip-hop.
Because we know Mos Def can rap.
Right, but Drake can rap. You know Drake can rap.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
So what's the deal? So that's what I'm saying. Where does it?
But
where
we ain't got no whole. We don't have a whole Mos Def singing album. Drake do.
You don't have. There is no. Slow down. There is no whole Drake singing album. There is not one whole Drake singing album. He may sing a lot, but there is no album where Drake sings the entire album. It don't exist.
You know what?
He don't sing the whole. He don't. Oh no, he don't. He don't. He got that.
You know what? The last album that I really liked from Drake was Take Care. After that, I checked out. After that, I checked out. That's fine.
And we need to understand. We're trying to figure out how does it get there, because rappers been singing since the Force MDs, right?
Yeah.
Now Drake is still singing, and we got Mos Def calling him a shopping cart.
Shopping music. It's shop because you know why?
Look at all these views. Look at all these products.
No. This is why. This is why. And Butchie B, God rest his soul, told me he was a DJ telling me. He said, "Look, I see you like to play that hard stuff for the dudes." He said, "Bump that. Play for the females. The females is what get the dudes on the floor and what get the dudes interested in the music." So that's pretty much what Drake doing. He got the females on lock. So he like, that's his formula. He ain't going nowhere. As long as he got them, he ain't going nowhere.
Now, Chop, why do you not like it? You said you checked out.
Because, okay, I followed Drake when he first came in the game, when he was rolling with Little Brother, when he was rolling with, Kendrick and them back then, when they was up and coming. I was like, this dude can spit. This band can spit. And to me, personally, I feel Drake got a lot of his style from Fonte. And to be honest with you, I think Fonte would shit on Drake in a rap battle for real.
Well, I mean, that's irrelevant. I'm
just saying, that's just a side note. But the reason I don't know, it's like, to me, it seemed like it was too formulaic. It just seemed like, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm not deep. It was like, this is all you're going to get. And I'm like, after a while, okay, fine, but I don't want to keep hearing that shit all the time. I don't want to keep hearing a nigga that can rap sing all the time.
And I agree. And that's what we're trying to get to the core. We're trying to get to the core because you listen to You Might Be the One. I'm about to get you with the Andre. You are the prototype. You had no problem. You had no problem. Huh?
But hold on. You cannot compare Love Below to that because Andre gave you bars. He gave you rap songs with bars. And he gave you singing. And the whole
on that Love Below, he only rap on one song, y'all.
Huh?
On that Love Below, he only rap on one song.
You might be the one.
No, the Love Below, the double CD, his side of the CD, his version, he only rapped on one song. That's Spread.
No, and the last song on the album, A Day in the Life of Andre 3000.
Man, listen, I love.
Well, anyway, he only rapped on
this. What we doing? We peeling back the onions. I love the entire album. we peeling back the layers of the onion, and we're gonna get to the core of why you can listen to Andre 3000, right? Caroline. You can listen to that shit from beginning to end. But for some reason, Pico Aubrey he grinds your gears.
But this is the difference between that Love Below and what Drake does. That Love Below, he was singing about a variety of stuff. Like he had a joint about his mother being a single mother. He had the Love and War joint. He wasn't just singing about chicks on that joint.
Yeah.
Facts.
That whole album was different aspects of love, if you think about it.
You're right. And it was a little more creative. He took more chances than Drake. I get all that.
It was real creative. And then on top of that, I did some digging and found out, I saw an interview with L.A. Reid and Andre. Then he said that Andre was pretty much done rapping, but then Big Boy did his joint, and Andre called L.A. Reid and was like, I got something for you. He said, I think L.A. Reid said like 2 or 3 days before the album, before the Outkast album was done, Andre did that album in a weekend and turned it in. So think of the creativity of Andre to do a whole album in a weekend, and the joint came out like it did. And to this day, it's like one of the top selling albums of the.
Okay, so let's say this: Andre and Drake, neither one of them study. They don't study singing. They're not R&B artists. They don't go and they weren't raised. They weren't doing choreography to be R&B artists. They are rappers who can carry a note to a degree and sing in their own key. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And Drake relies. He relies heavy on auto-tune, right? He leans on that a lot, right?
Some of his stuff is not everything is auto-tune.
Drake using auto-tune.
Not everything is auto-tune. Some stuff is, but not everything is auto-tune. But you know what? This called the Old Head Show. Let's be real. Let's just be real and honest. We're gonna give Andre a pass because we came up with him. Drake is new. We're old heads, so we're not gonna give him a pass on that shit. We're not.
You're right.
We're stuck on what we like. We stuck on what we like. Now, yes, it's new stuff out here that we do like and will accept. But Drake, not all the time.
No, not all the time, but he does.
Not all the time. Drake sings more, but we're old heads.
Fonte sings a lot, y'all.
Who?
Fonte sings a lot.
But Fonte, he got foreign exchange, and yes, he does. He does sing on Little Brother joints.
He sing on the solo joints too. He sing on the solo joints too.
Pay attention to what's going on, Chop, and I'm about to explain to you where I'm going with this. It's not that he's singing too much. It's your preference of what he's singing and how he's singing. Because
you said it best.
Huh?
You said it best. When I said that we old heads and we don't accept that, you're exactly right. It's not my taste. Right.
But you gotta understand, we can't just chalk it up and say he's singing in a formula. No, you don't like his formula. It's not that it's a formula. You just don't like what the formula he's choosing. So that is, you know what I'm saying? It's not that you don't like singing. You don't like Drake singing.
I agree.
That's what it is.
I agree.
So I
don't care for Drake myself. So,
that's fine. No. I'm not saying you're supposed to, but I'm just saying we need to be honest. If we're gonna peel this stuff back, I need old heads to start being honest and say, look, it ain't that I don't like singing. I don't like Drake singing.
Okay.
No,
I don't like Drake singing.
I don't have no problem with the singing because I like Fonte joints when he sings.
So y'all just don't like the way Drake sings.
I would rather hear Drake rap because he can rap. He can rap. But it's rapping in some MCs he's definitely not going. He can't stand toe to toe with, but he can rap. I just don't want to hear him sing.
Okay. And that's
now,
fine.
For the record, I haven't heard the whole Drake album, like the last 4 joints he dropped. Like I never heard the whole Scorpion joint, the Certified Lover Boy joint. I never heard the whole joint. Never heard the whole joint with 21 Savage, so
I didn't like
might like them joints if I actually listen to them, but I haven't listened to a Drake joint in like his.
I listen to him.
I don't like him, Dale.
I don't like him. I listen to him. I don't like him.
I don't like him, Dale. Let me be honest. I listen to some of that. I like quite a few Drake joints. I like quite a few Drake joints because I go in. I know how to go. What Dale know the same thing too, and Chop do. You know to go into an album with what you expect.
Yeah. Right?
If you go into an album expecting to get Larry Blackman and you get freaking Raheem the Rugged Child, you're gonna be like, I don't like it. So you go into stuff that you expect what you get. When I go into a Drake, I know what I'm getting. So I'm like, okay, and that's fine. I don't ride around bumping Drake. I'm gonna tell you when Drake to me comes on is when I'm in a family gathering and everybody wants a good song, the happy song that everybody likes, then I can pop.
And it's a bunch of females around.
What's wrong with females? First of all, so
I love them. I love them.
Right. So everything has a place. You know how they say it's a round peg in a square hole, or trying to put a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah.
There was a video last week that went viral where the girl said, we was at a party and everything was popping, and some dude tried to put on Nas. And everybody was like, get the F out of here. Like some dude tried to put on Illmatic. Like, let's play some Illmatic. Everybody's in a party. And some backpack dude didn't understand the assignment and was trying to put on Illmatic. What song on there is for that party? Which one? What song can play in there?
The generation now is on vibing, and the R&B and the singing stuff is a vibe. So they want to just vibe out with that. That's like when back in the day, when we wanted to like impress a chick or whatever, what we throw on? Sade,
right?
Some Luther or whatever.
You're gonna put some R. Kelly. You're gonna put some R. Kelly. Or if you really wanted to vibe, Chop. If you really wanted to vibe and didn't want to go mainstream, you was gonna do some brand new heavies, right?
Oh yeah, Fatback.
You was gonna do some Jamiroquai.
What was it? Groove Theory. You know, all that type of stuff. You gonna throw that on?
Groove Theory.
Yeah, you gonna throw that on? That was a vibe.
We had John Dane. Was it John Dane?
Yeah, John Dane. Fucking Carl Thomas.
And guess what?
You know, all that type of stuff.
Guess what, Chop? Their vibe came from our vibe because we used to call our vibe the freaking what they call it when it was
Neo Soul. Neo Soul.
We had that before they had it.
Yeah,
and you could play Neo Soul. You could do a whole mixtape 2 hours straight of Neo Soul. The whole thing sounded the same, and you ain't wanted to sound no different. You wanted that, and rappers was doing Neo Soul.
And I've done a mixtape with all Neo Soul. And tell you the truth, I love it. And you know what? Now you made me rethink what I said. They just the younger generation now with the singing stuff, they pretty much piggybacking off of us. They are. We introduced it, they ran with it.
Right. Now
we introduced, they ran with it. So to be honest with you, we just go ahead.
I'm gonna peel it even further down, Chop. We've already got you to establish that it's not singing, it's Drake's singing in particular that you don't like. Right?
Right.
I'm gonna even peel it down even further. You don't like Drake singing because you think Drake is soft. And you don't want to sit there and vibe out with some soft ass light-skinned dude singing about chicks that hurt his heart.
It would be nice if we switch his content up, but that's not it. Because there's I listen to a lot of stuff that some people might think is soft, but that's just the mood I'm in. It's a mood. It's a vibe.
You great to lie. You great to lie. Listen, Wayne in the building, he got a comment too. You great to tell a lie, Chop.
He said I'm about to lie.
You about to lie. Name 5 soft dudes. Name 5 openly soft dudes that you're good, that you really listen to. And you can't say Frank Ocean.
I do like Frank. I do fuck with Frank.
You
talk about now? You talk about now that it ain't that many soft dudes out for real, for real.
You bumping that little Nas?
Let me read these comments. Hold
on.
No,
I ain't bumping that.
Let me read these comments. Curtis said Drake can't sing. He said that's always been the case. Infinity Jug said a lot of old head hip hop niggas stopped listening to Drake when people was calling him the GOAT and saying he better than Hov. That is a fact. That is a fact.
He's not better than Hov.
He not better than Hov, but to them he is.
Yeah, to the younger
and
but
Anthony
you know
Jackson
what?
said that this generation want to listen and dance to little Jimmy Brooks from Degrassi.
But you know
Wheelchair
what?
Jimmy.
This is the thing. It's generations. If you think about it, in the 2000s, Lil Wayne was that generation's Hov. In this generation right here, Drake is taking over that spot as their Hov. Because we came up with Jay-Z. We came from the first album to what we got now. The youngest in the 2000s, they came with Lil Wayne when the block was out or whatever, to the Carter, all the Carters and stuff. They came up with him. Now you got Drake. That generation is coming up with him up to now.
But you know what else too, Chop?
What?
Not only are that's the generation, you got to think what the generation coined the term emo. So all of this stuff is emo. That's what they've become. They take mental health days, bro.
Yeah,
they don't
I
want
see
to flip
that.
in the Olympics because they got the twisties, bro. You got to think it's a different world. And imagine who's the #1 basketball player right now in this game right now. And I talk about him all the time.
Everybody
because I don't
LeBron.
like that he shoots threes all day long.
But
that's their hero.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry is their Jordan right now. That tells you everything.
Every generation
he ain't played with the flu. Did he play with the flu yet? Let me know.
Hell no. Hell no.
But that's their Jordan.
Steph Curry don't be taking days off of mental issues though.
Right.
He don't do that.
He's the precursor.
You thinking like Ben Simmons or somebody like that. He do that shit all the time.
I mean, not necessarily. When you look at Steph Curry, do you see a freaking Rodman or do you see an Artest? You don't see that. No. This is a guy that's playing smart. He's not getting banged up. He's shooting outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different.
Because you know why? Because you know why? When it comes to sports, it's like now they realize that the sport don't care about how the bangs that they've taken, the injuries that they've taken or whatever. Right. So they're like, let me move smarter so this bag can last me longer, so I can get this bag longer.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's about the bag. And somebody like Drake is doing what? Grabbing the bag.
He getting the bag.
Grab and go. So you got to think, they idolize somebody that's singing, getting the chicks to drop their panties and getting the bag. They don't care about DMX. They don't care about that. They know who he is. They respect this stuff. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. They respect it because their parents pushed it on them every day. Every day with riding to school, and they pops he running DMX back to back with Ja Rule and 50 Cent. They know who it is, but they don't want to hear that. They want to hear Lil Uzi Vert. Think of the rappers they have now. So think of the whole scene.
So you're
saying
the
whole scene is not the same. So that's why their Jay-Z is a Drake, because their whole scene is emo. They got whole new language to describe stuff.
So answer me this question.
Yeah.
So we're saying fuck the integrity of hip hop and progressing it forward to get a bag. Are we saying that for the bag? It doesn't matter what you do as long as it's for the bag.
Chop, when you use the word integrity, and I'm not dissing this generation, I'm just saying it's different. They got a dude that literally went to court and pointed at his entire gang and got them all 10 years. And his career never missed a beat. More than one of the rappers have done it at this point. And they go to the shows. They calling Gunna the best album of the year. Now, back in our day, he wouldn't even have been able to put that music out or perform nowhere.
Hell no.
It's a different era. So you're trying to put our sensibilities on an era of people that don't have the same mentality.
So look, so then this is my question. Where do we find a balance of where we came from and what's going on now to try to get that together to get more of a variety than what we're getting now?
You can't.
God damn. Really?
It's gone.
It's variety, but you're not gonna find it in the mainstream.
No. And you're gonna find it, but you're gonna forget about it. You know how many artists I found over last year? Oh, I like that. Like, I found a lot of young artists too. Do a dope little indie video, just bars and spitting da-da-da, and I can't even find it no more. I can't remember what it was because it's so buried. I found about 20, 30 artists last year that I liked. I liked it. I saved it somewhere. I can't find them no more. Because for one, they don't have the money to keep pushing their music in my face.
True.
Right? They don't have the money. So I found dudes that was nice and I can't find them again. They buried. Right? So that part. And then you still got a lot of us still out here making music. I'm making music. Dale making music. Chop doing whatever he do. Everybody I know my age is still. So we're flooding it. And then the youngest is flooding it. It's so much content. It's what you call it. What do you call that, Dale? When it's so much
oversaturated. It's oversaturated.
It's oversaturated from every level. And it's hard to pick through this stuff now. I thought about it. I was like, some of our heroes would not have survived right now. Because there's so much stuff out. They would get swallowed. Nas would have got swallowed up right now. He would have been a nice dude.
With Hit Boy.
He would have been a nice dude that's in Queens, but they would have been like, yeah, he's nice, and they would have been kept moving because he wouldn't have been able to play the game that they need him to play.
Yeah. Damn it, Jim, you making me. I'm really old. I'm old head. I don't want.
But that's where we are. We old heads, and we talk about these things in these little corners of the internet, and hopefully somebody will find it. I don't feel like I'm missing out on them because I get a lot of good music. So I don't feel like I'm missing out on. I don't feel like all is lost. I just listen to Biggie. I just listened to Biggie yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I get so much good music. I don't feel like I don't feel like Conway, Freddie. I get a lot of good music, bro. So I don't really feel like it's a void.
Slim, I'm with you. Like Lady London, her album Soul, Joe, that made one of my top albums of last year. And not too many people know about her, but Shorty is dope. It's a lot of stuff I stumbled upon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want it, it's there.
So
I don't feel like we need to do anything. So if you want it, it's there. They're not going to mainstream it.
So you're saying this is the status of rap, right? This is how rap is. Whatever
rap is oversaturated, bro. You're gonna have to
listen. Any rapper that come out can make it if they find their core audience, and they can make a bag with their core audience.
That is a fact.
So the artists don't have to appeal to the masses. All they got to do is appeal to who rock with them.
Top, I'm gonna give you 5 names right now of artists that make big, gigantic money, and they barely have any type of. They got a big fan base that somebody mainstream never heard of them. Russ.
I like Russ. Right?
Russ. What is Russ? Russ has a gigantic fan base.
Yes, he does.
And you go ask somebody about Russ, they'd be like, who?
Oh yeah, a lot of people don't know about Russ.
What's your boy? 1-800-Suicide.
Oh, Logic, that's my guy.
Logic. Joyner Lucas.
I fuck with Logic. Heavy.
Who is Joyner Lucas? Who top 20 is Joyner Lucas in?
Yeah, Joyner Lucas got his lane.
But he got his fans.
He got his fans. He got his own lane.
Joyner Lucas, everything Joyner Lucas drops gets 20 million views. Every single thing he does.
Yeah, and he can rap.
But you can walk down the street. You could walk for 17 miles. You might find 17 people out of 17,000 people that know who the hell he is. Right? So he's not popular like that. He's very popular to YouTubers. Like right now, Castanet, right? The YouTuber. You know who that is?
Nope.
Huh? Millionaire. Nope. He's the kid that just broke up he just lost the $300,000
$300,000 bet. Yeah, the 21 Savage.
Now to the kids, he's a god, right? But we don't know who he is. Most old people, I gotta explain who he is. Well, he's the kid that you know what I'm saying? But it's all about it's enough kids that fish for him that he can go pay a $300,000 bet like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's out there. If you want it, you just gotta go look for it. I don't feel that the music is in a bad place.
Yeah, it's some young artists that put out the type of stuff that we typically like that not mainstream. Like you got your old Drew.
Oh yeah.
Nick Brand. You got Nick Brand. You got Shay Noir. Shay Noir just dropped the EP.
I love Shay Noir.
These are folks that are in their up like late 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I even consider like if you listen, you in your late 30s, you still young in this business. If you know what I'm saying, you got another 20 years of rapping in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like
Benny the Butcher is 39.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys are creeping up there. I just realized I didn't know Eminem is 51. Did y'all know that?
No, I could believe that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he
Eminem
was
is
that
51.
old.
Somebody told me yesterday. They went on my video and he was like, bro, Eminem, he said Eminem was 35 in 07, something like that. I said, what? What? Ain't no way he was. I thought he was in his 20s.
So
he was
he did
35.
Jay-Z.
Huh?
So he did a Jay-Z.
So
yeah, he got on late because he got on late.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was in his 20s when he got on. But end of the day, right? I don't think that
Rick Ross is like 48, 49.
Yeah. And getting a bag.
And Rick Ross put out some amazing shit.
He got on late.
Amazing music.
I was trying to learn. It ain't about how old you are with this rapping, bro. A lot of these dudes gonna rap another 10 years and still be hot.
And like
and a
I
lot
said,
of these dudes, Benny and them only 5 years hot.
And you know what? Y'all made me realize. If you want to make music or whatever, do it because you can make money. Just find your core fans. So
man, it's there, bro.
Yeah,
it's
the money is there. Just find your core fans. Be in control of your merch. Go ahead and do, go from city to city, state to state to do your show. You can get your money and retire real nice.
I got a comment in there. He said, looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick. That's funny. And then my man Infinity said, man, if Smokey Robinson could drop, anyone can. F that. That's hilarious. Smokey Robinson do got some new music. That's funny. I'm gonna die on this. I'm gonna die on this mic.
My mother might be looking for that shit.
I don't know what old people's out there gonna buy some Smokey. Somebody, because old people don't even be buying music no more.
Hey Slim, no, I'm about to put you on to something. October London. I turned that on to my parents and they love that album. That album is a dope album.
October
London is a nice album.
Oh,
nice R&B joint. It's an R&B
it gives
joint.
you Marvin Gaye vibes. Yeah. Like Joe, my mother, my father loved that album. That album is banging.
Yeah,
that right there is a vibe. Yeah, that October London is a vibe.
All right, send it to me. So we talked about singing and rap, and we have determined that it's not that you can't sing, it's who sings.
We don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Said that's fire. The album you was talking about, October London. You said October London?
Yeah. That album, I'm gonna send it to you. That album is amazing.
Send me that. I'm late on that. But we already decided that you can sing all you want in hip hop.
Yeah, you can. Somebody gonna like it.
Yeah, the real surprise. I never heard of October London. I could have and just forgot, bro. Listen, I don't know if you ever seen that movie called with the memory, the little ball. You got a whole bunch of balls, and then once you get too many memory balls, some of them just gotta get thrown out. So my memory balls be just leaving. Like his stuff be leaving. I can't even remember everything, bro. My little memory balls just drop out.
Pause.
You wow. Listen, so we've already determined singing rappers are okay. You know who do a lot of singing right now that I rock with? Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, he's doing singing joy every now and then. Yeah.
Freddie,
hold on. This is my question to y'all. This is my question to y'all. That last the Freddie Gibbs album, what was the one
Soul Separately?
Which one?
Soul Separately. You talking about that one?
To me, that album is better than Alfredo.
It is. 100%.
That album is better than Alfredo.
Matter of fact, that album, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, that might be one of the best albums of the year. Like, it's for me, and I know this is controversial, that to me, it's either that or Mr. Morale. To me. And I'm thinking that I don't want to edge out Mr. Morale because I love the actual concept of
separate years.
Nah, Mr. Morale
came out 2 separate years.
They came
out 2 separate years.
They came out 2 separate years.
They came out.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Morale came out the year after that.
Yep, it did. It did.
All right, hold on.
Google it.
I'm gonna Google it because I'm almost certain
that Soul Separately is better than Alfredo.
I love Alfredo though, man.
I love Alfredo.
Love that album,
but Slim, there's no skips on Soul Separately.
It's not. And Alfredo's a good album.
There's only one song I didn't like on that movie.
Alfredo's a good album,
to the extended version?
Yeah, I got.
So Separately is so well rounded over Alfredo. And Alfredo bangs.
It is.
It's more well rounded than Alfredo.
It is.
I definitely say that.
It is. It is.
Hold up, this Joan. Damn, they ain't even updated with So Separately 2022. I know I ain't crazy though. Hold on. I know I'm not on fucking crack, bro. Why do I think that shit?
Because it probably bled into.
I'm not on crack. They both came out in 2022. I'm not on crack.
They did?
No, they didn't.
They both.
I know they did.
I just read it. Mr. Morale was released on May 13th. Listen, Dale. Mr. Morale was released on 2022.
What month?
May.
When did So Separately come out?
So Separately came out in 2022.
What month?
September.
Dang.
I was listening to both of them joints. The So Separately made me put the Mr. Morale down.
Them two joints was they was on heavy rotation with me around on when they came. Yeah. Okay.
They came out the same time. I'm not on crack.
Okay.
But listen, end of the day, I want to discuss fat rappers now. And I know Chop love to hear about fat rappers.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
The Fat Boys is underrated. We're gonna have a Fat Boys You know what? I'm gonna take that back. The Fat Boys they're not underrated. They were huge, but they don't get the respect that they deserve. And I know that they shot themselves in the foot because they got so corny.
They went commercial.
When the Fat Boys first dropped, they changed a lot for young MCs, young rappers. Because we ain't had no young rappers when the Fat Boys came out. They was the youngest rappers out.
So would you say they was the first gimmick? Would you say they was the first gimmick?
No, because you had Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which was a full-on gimmick. So they weren't the first gimmick. And you had the Pee-wee Herman. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't the first gimmick.
Exploit themselves as far as being fat.
Yeah, a lot of them groups back then did gimmicks though. A lot of them because they were trying to fit in with it.
It was a gimmick. It was a gimmick time. Yes.
They were trying to fit in with the R&B. They were trying to compete with the R&B.
I think after the Fat Boys did Disorderlies, which is a classic movie, I think that's when everything went downhill.
I'm gonna tell you what they said. I was watching that. Did you watch that Cool Rock interview I sent you?
No, I didn't. I meant to watch it before, but I didn't get a chance to.
But he said that the label was making them do everything really commercial. Once they had one hit, it was over. They made them do everything commercial. They did the twist. They did
Wipe Out with the Beach Boys.
Wipe Out with the Beach Boys.
Yeah. But you gotta realize MTV was huge back then, and they were doing stuff to get on MTV. They had the Beach Boys, Chubby Checker. It got so ridiculous, but that's the era that we didn't know that if you get too corny, you're gonna get out of here. They got so corny, you couldn't even respect them. I bought everything they made, dog. And when I bought them that Wipe Out joint and all that, I started being like cruising and all. I was like, I can't listen to this no more. It got really goofy, bro. Like,
hey Slim, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
On that Crushing album. Was that the name of the album that them two songs was on? Crushing? Like on the art cover, they was like in the junkyard, and they was like standing on top of these crushed cars in the junkyard.
That was crushing.
Was them two songs on that album?
Yeah. Okay. Crushing was their fourth.
I had that album. I had that joint on vinyl.
Yeah, I had it on vinyl too. Crushing was their fourth joint, and the joint it hit number 8 on the Billboard. That was their highest. That was their highest ranking album. Was Crushing. I mean, is that Crushing? Yes, Crushing. And then after that, but what it was is they got too, when you start doing movies, just like Kid and Play, when you start doing movies and it's too much money on the line at that point, they invested too much behind you, so you can't flop. But when they first dropped the first Fat Boys,
they had major money behind them.
And Fat Boys, the first Fat Boys went gold. That's why they had to go commercial. Fat Boys Are Back went gold. Big and Beautiful was trash. And that flop.
All of their albums except for the last two went gold or platinum. The Crushing went platinum.
You know what? Platinum. Everybody always want to talk numbers. Fat Boys got the number. They got 2 goals in the platinum album. But nobody
they got 3 golds and 1 platinum. Because Coming Back Hard Again went gold. Coming Back Hard Again went gold.
You're right.
Joe, you know they were big. You know they were big because they had their own movie. And they did a lot of, it was very few rappers that had their own movie.
Yeah.
You talking about the 80s. You ain't talking about the 90s. You talking about the 80s.
That was the 80s.
Yeah, and they had their own movie, and the movie wasn't even about rap. It wasn't even about music.
Right. So that's big. Start getting song placements in movies. They got a song placement in Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Police Academy TV series, She Devil. Y'all remember She Devil?
Yeah, I remember.
They had a Knights of the City. They got Jailhouse Rap in that. Annie and Crush Groove. They was doing it big.
Remember that All You Can Eat joint? That was my joint.
That was my joint too. That was my joint too.
And I go back now. I listen to that joint today, Dale. And I was like, why would you say some of this stuff about yourself, bro? Like I'm like, yo, like, what did he say? He said, when I touch the ladies, they all say stop. I'm like, why would you say that? But they was self-deprecating. It was like everything was like they was the butt of every joke, and I was like,
it was like comedy rap. It was like comedy rap.
It was comedy rap, but in the beginning, it wasn't all comedy rap. It was they was trying to be real MCs.
Yeah, brr, stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em.
Yeah,
hey,
yo, Fat Boys was.
I'm looking at their discography, and they weren't under a major label. They were never under a major label.
They were under Sutra.
The first album was under Sutra. The second album was under Sutra. The third was under Sutra. Crusher was under 10 Pain, which is 2 companies under Polygram. 10 Pain, and the last album was under Emperor. They were never really on a major label.
No, but Sutra had it's Kama Sutra Records. They had a distribution deal with MGM Records. Okay, but that's you know that's neither here nor there. They never was on a major label. You're right.
Yeah, they never was on a major label.
But they said they was getting so tired of it that Marky D wanted to do a solo thing, and they was like, good. They was tired. They was tired, bro.
Marky D had not Prince Marky. What was the light skinned one?
That was Prince Marky D, right?
Yeah, he had a little buzz when he went solo. He had a couple of joints that was banging.
Yeah, he was doing like the R&B joints, right?
Yeah,
he was like on that Heavy D vibe kind of.
And
he
was producing. Infinity Joke said they had a Christmas album. I don't see that on here.
I remember that Christmas album.
They might have it under soundtracks or something, but I don't remember that. But yeah, they probably did. But they listen, everybody's talking numbers. These dudes had numbers. They had to join the chokehold for, let me see, from 84 to like 88. They had a nice little run. That's not a good run though. They blew up real big and fizzled out fast.
For that era,
they had 3 feature films?
That's a nice run. For that era, that's a nice run.
Did you know they had 3 feature films?
Let me see. Disorderlies and what else?
Disorderlies, Knights of the Cities, and Crush Groove.
Okay. I don't even know what Knights of the Cities is.
Knights of the Cities came out in 86, and Disorderlies came out in 87.
They just end. They ain't that movie. They just ended joint. But
yeah, they featured.
My whole point is this, bro. My whole point is this: Fat Boys, and I always say this, but it seems like I say it a lot. But they changed my life, bro, because them dudes, they made you feel like you could actually rap. You know what I'm saying? Like before, it was Run DMC and all these dudes. You can't rap. You can't do nothing with these dudes. When they came, you start thinking maybe I could put the pen to paper and write. And it was them and Dougie Fresh and the show that made me feel like I could put the pen to paper and actually write. It was them and Dougie Fresh.
Not for me.
Who was for you?
Because for me, as far as big dudes, and you know who I'm going to say.
You going to say Biggie?
Yes. Slim. Slim. All the Fat Boy shit, I was privy. I watched it, whatever. But Biggie didn't put that battery in. Biggie was the one that put that battery in my back. I'm like, this nigga Fat Black, hell yeah, nigga, we can do this. We can get this. and that's what sparked me. Biggie sparked me.
I feel like he put the battery for fat rappers. Fat boys did not make it better for fat men.
They did.
But Biggie did.
Yes, he did.
Right?
Heavy D did too. Heavy D did too.
Didn't make they
Heavy D did too. Heavy D did too.
Heavy D did too, but I'm gonna be, let's be honest. Heavy D only made himself look cool. Biggie made all fat dudes, he's like, I'm fat, black, and ugly, however. I think
true. That's true.
Biggie made every fat black dude feel cool.
Fuck
Heavy D just kind of made Heavy D. I'm not knocking Heavy. Heavy did his thing. But I don't think Heavy changed the needle on fat dudes. He made you, he gave you confidence and da-da-da. But I don't think a lot of people thought they could be like Heavy D. Did you feel like you could be like Heavy D?
No.
But you feel like you could be like Biggie?
Yeah.
Is that because Heavy D was light skinned?
Yeah, I ain't light skinned.
There's a pattern with
Biggie, but you gotta think about Biggie when he rapped, he was smooth with it, but the nigga was dope with the metaphors and entendres and everything. Heavy D didn't do that.
No, and you know what it was too?
Heavy D didn't do what Big did.
And I'm gonna be honest too. Like you ain't really respect Heavy D like that till you saw him in the movie. When you saw him in New Jersey Drive checking that youngin', like you fucking up my fruit. Like remember when he's in New Jersey?
Because you never saw Heavy D in that light. You never saw
him like that.
Right.
So you thought that, this big dude, like you just thought he was like this real smooth dude, just ladies dude. You didn't really want to be like Heavy D like that. You know what I'm saying? But you wanted to be like Biggie.
Because Biggie was like, nigga, look, I know I'm ugly. I pull whatever. The nigga had faith. He pulled faith.
And let's be honest, the Fat Boys wasn't the first fat rappers, but they kind of put y'all in a bad light. No, they said eating all this pizza, like all this pizza, eating milkshake.
They were the introduction, but you know what?
Eat and drink. Like they kind of goofed.
But that's the thing. But see, that's the thing. They played to the typical. I'm fat and all I do is eat with them tight ass shirts on and them tight sweatsuits.
Yeah,
they just fed into the whole image.
Yeah, but I know you don't say Heavy D, but Heavy D broke that mold.
He did.
Because
he did to a degree.
Yeah, he was cool. He wore the nice gear. He wasn't all, a joke. He could get the ladies and shit.
And you know what bumped him up more? The nigga could dance like shit.
Yeah, he could dance.
Yep. He was dancing like shit. He was keeping up with his dances just like Big Daddy Kane was keeping up with his dance. Hell yeah. So of course, I give Heavy D his props for it, but Biggie was the one that, I could do this.
Yo, let me get the comments checked real quick. Infinity Jug, he said, when my pops was on his deathbed and we were watching BT, Biggie came on and my pop said, "You hear that fat nigga? I like him," and he hated hip hop.
That's funny, but I like it.
But we connected with Biggie for some reason. I don't know why. And Chop got me really listening to that Biggie joint like that because I wanted to hear, but Chop heard it before me, and I was like, what I usually do, I wait till the hype died down. It was so much hype. I can remember about 5 albums I did like that with Redman joint. I said I'm not gonna listen to it yet because it was so much hype on Redman first joint. I was like, I'm gonna slow down. I don't want to hear it right now. I don't want to hear everybody gassing it up. I'm gonna wait a couple months. But then I waited. Like I did the same thing with Biggie. I waited.
Hold on, but y'all, do you remember the conversation when I called you from Sam Goody and I got that Jay-Z album? He was like, that nigga that was fast rapping with jazz.
You ain't had a whole album. Yeah, you had the single. You had
I bought the album. And I said, Charles, you might want to check this joint out. You was like, who that nigga right. Jay-Z, the fast rapping nigga? Man, whatever. And look where you at. Yeah. You was shitting on. I was like, Joe, this nigga on some shit.
But he was a fast rapping nigga. We like back then. I hadn't heard it yet. All that
he was. But that album it was totally different from but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, you always wait for the shit to die down before you jump into it.
because I hate the hype, and then people like they just get so worked up over stuff, and it's a lot of times it don't even be like, you know what I'm saying? You can't process it when everybody like yo, they're going crazy. So it's like let it breathe for a little bit. That was me, and I let that reasonable doubt breathe. But then when I came,
you listen to it with clean, you listen to it with crisp ears, like without the hype,
right? And I understood it. But I think we was in the streets at that time, and everything he said was real. Like I was like, oh yeah, this dude's real. Like this real. Like you could tell a dude just making up shit, and you could tell a dude that's really talking about some real shit. Like reasonable doubt, he really tapped in. It's like, oh, this really, this dude's really out.
Real shit. Yeah, it was some real shit.
It's really out here, and people that can't understand it is not out there, so they don't understand that's a real album.
Oh hell.
But I feel like, have fat rappers came into their own yet, or they still trying to get there? Let me see. You
don't have any fat rappers out now that's really doing it. You don't. I can't think of
Rick Ross. You got Rick Ross and Fat Joe.
Rod Wave is fat.
Rod Wave. I heard the name, but I'm trying to think of. Is that the dude that did the song about the box? About the box?
Yeah, I think that's it. He be singing a lot. He sings a lot too.
I've never seen him. I didn't even know he was big.
I thought that would have been your man. I thought you would have rocked with him.
No, man, but like you said, Fat Joe. Rick Ross.
Fat Joe ain't fat no more.
Rick Ross, he's still a little chubby, but
no, Fat Joe is still fat. You ain't see him on that joint in the Yankee Stadium when he took his shirt off?
That nigga fat.
That nigga still fat
again. But for a minute, that nigga, they was calling him Skinny Joe.
No, he's still fat. He just lost some weight.
Did you see that chop? The joint when he performed at the Yankee Stadium?
Yeah,
that nigga took his shirt off.
That's Fat Joe. That's Fat Joe. But yeah, them the only two. Well, three. You said Rod Wave, but Fat Joe and Rick Ross. But Ross did.
Hold up, bro.
Rick Ross done put out some banging. He put out movies. This shit is just banging.
Rapper Big Pooh still big.
Yeah, but shoot, his last solo, him and Fonte, yeah. And I love that last album.
Rapper Big Pooh just put out a solo joint a few years ago.
Who?
So y'all trying to tell me we haven't had a rapper that we can get behind since Biggie, a fat rapper?
Like I said, Rick Ross.
Okay, but Biggie died about how many years before we got Rick Ross?
It's been some years since we got Rick Ross. It hasn't been that many other fat dudes.
Biggie was dead no less than 10 years before Rick Ross was ever even heard of. More than that.
So we couldn't get nobody
else?
Huh? Nobody. I don't think it was anybody before Rick Ross.
So fat rappers losing then.
Yeah.
Damn.
You had Fat Joe and Big Pun.
Oh, Big
Pun is dead, and Fat Joe is skinny.
Well, no, Big Pun.
Fat Joe is not skinny, Joe.
He's still trying to push the skinny narrative on Fat Joe. The nigga name's still Fat Joe.
Fat Joe is damn near Drake when it comes to them formulaic rhymes and songs. Right? And he make good songs, but come on, dog. Fat Joe last 10 joints was straight up commercial. Which is whatever.
Fat Joe and Jim Jones. Fat Joe and Jim Jones are like the most improved rappers.
They are. Jim Jones making the best music of his career right now.
Fat Joe was terrible when he first came out.
It was awful. You got a flow.
Hey, hold on.
Hold
on. You ain't fuck. We got a flow, Joe.
No, only the beat.
Joe.
Only the beat.
Diamond D.
That nigga rap was terrible back then.
You know what? Fat Joe dedicated himself to being better, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Oh. You got to study the game. You can't just try to rap the same. You got to learn why you bad.
He got progressively better each album, and then when he got Big Pun, he got even better. He had to. Yeah.
Well, I might be reaching, but can we consider Diamond D a fat rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, Diamond D is kind of big. Yeah.
And Diamond D dope.
Even though he raps and he write his own shit, I see him more as a producer.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you know what I did want to touch on though? the singing rappers, we didn't really touch on Dane like that. And I did want to talk about Dane. What do y'all think of Dane? Do y'all remember much about him?
Yeah, I had his first album.
I like his first album.
Nightmares, Nightmares, and
Nightmares of the Night. Nightmares.
This Be the Death Beat is his best song.
Yeah.
This Be the Death Beat.
Oh my
That's when
God.
hip hop was
Delancey Street. Remember Delancey Street?
Delancey
Street.
Oh my God.
Delancey Street.
But damn, This Be the Death Beat.
This Be the Death Beat. Yo, listen.
That joint is just classic. That joint is just classic.
So why would you say Dana fell off? You know what? You can't have two British dudes in the same.
Too much like Slick Rick. He was too much like Slick Rick.
Two British dudes can't occupy the same space.
Weren't Dana Slick Rick a group? Weren't they together before?
Yeah, the Kango. Yeah.
The Kango crew. So I'm like when you say Dane, I lump him with Slick Rick. To me, he came out after Slick Rick.
Slick Rick was just actually better than Dana.
He was
too much like Slick Rick. That's why I think he didn't last.
Yeah. Slick Rick had a better machine behind him. Def Jam is a machine. That's a machine, bro.
Yeah, Dane was on Profile.
Slick Rick was on Def Jam. Slick Rick was on Def Jam. Dane was on what?
Profile. He was on Profile.
That's what I'm saying. Slick Rick was on Def Jam.
So of course he had that machine behind him. And Slick Rick was just that dude. He was just that guy.
Right now, Chop, I'm going to even go even further. I think singing rappers won. Because hip-hop right now, they doing mostly, like you said, they're doing vibes. Singing rappers low-key took this shit over, bro.
They did.
Don't they still consider Post Malone rap? Even though he sings a lot?
It just dawned on me. We sitting there talking about Drake. And if you look at the top 10 rappers, quote-unquote rappers right now, all of them are singing rappers.
Yep.
Kid Cudi, all these guys are singers. They sing rap.
Whole thing.
We the ones out of touch.
Yeah, you can say that.
But have y'all checked out Kid Cudi's new album?
I haven't listened to him yet. I plan to.
Slim. I bought Kid Cudi first album, was mad. She was like, I don't want to hear this coke.
I did not like that. I was disappointed.
I did not like that album. Slim, this album, I don't know if it's DJ Drama or whatever, but this new Kid Cudi album, I gave it to your boy Fleas. Fleas was like, this joint nice. He liked the joint. Check it out. Listen to that new Kid Cudi album. He rapping. He ain't singing. He rapping.
Okay. We always be like, he ain't singing. He ain't singing. Like, if it's good, it's good, right?
It's good. It's good. But did you listen to Kid Cudi's first album?
I don't even remember. No, I don't think I listened to it. I don't think I listened to it.
Joe, he was doing too much drugs for me.
I didn't like his first two albums. I listened to his first two albums. I didn't like.
Hey, Dave,
see, I'm not gonna give a third listen. If I don't like your first two albums, I'm not listening to nothing else.
That's pretty much it. I haven't listened to an album here since his second joint.
Me neither. I ain't listened to another album since this joint. Since this the
That's like with Drake. That's like with Drake. I didn't like Views. I didn't like Views in the other album that came after Views. So I stopped listening to him.
My favorite Drake album is Views.
Are you crazy?
Like that. That's the way he doing all that Caribbean shit, right?
I did not like One Chain.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm
gonna tell y'all why y'all don't like it. Y'all don't be around a lot of Caribbean women.
No.
So you don't understand the vibe of it. That's a party album. So when you're around a lot of Caribbean women and that Afro beats and all that stuff come on, it'll make sense then. You'll be like, oh yeah.
Hey Joe,
it's different.
If I'm in Jamaica or Puerto Rico or something on the beach with a Mai Tai and a nice little Latin thing shaking her ass, okay, that's cool. I can deal with it. I don't want to hear that shit now. I don't want to hear that shit now.
But Chop, you know what? You don't be wanting to hear a lot of stuff either, because it's a lot. Like you and Dale, I'll be liking stuff, and y'all be like, "That's trash." Like it's like that's
not
trash.
true.
Like for instance,
no, go ahead.
For instance, y'all don't like Blueprint 3.
Which one is Blueprint 3?
Is that the one with On to the Next One on it?
Yes,
I like it. I like
That
it.
album was
It's not
alright.
a bad album. It's not a bad album. It's not one of his
At the
best
time,
albums.
y'all
but it's
niggas was
a bad
not
album.
feeling that joint. And Dale
No,
had when Dale came up here, you was like, y'all made me start feeling that album because me and Shorty was bumping that. We was going nuts over that album up here. And Dale was like, you know what? Y'all gave me a different perspective on that album, on that Blueprint. Because when it first came out, y'all wasn't feeling it. And then Dale came up and he was riding around with us.
I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it was great by any means, but I thought it was a solid album.
It was cool.
It's a great album.
It was cool with me. But you know, one album I was mad at of Jay-Z's because he put the best songs is the first 4 songs of this album, and it seemed like once I get to the 4th song, I don't listen no more. Kingdom Come.
Yeah, the beginning of Kingdom Come is nice, and then it gets bad.
Y'all niggas down. I argued y'all down about that album, but it wasn't that strong. Even he admits that.
But
even
the first 4 songs,
no, like the first 5 songs, the first 5
songs, Lost Ones. Hold on, you got
that prelude joint where he say, "If you buy it, I'll make it." To something to that degree, I can't remember the line.
Yeah,
that first song. That first song is like that. He go in on that.
They say the beats banging, but your hooks did it. Your lyrics did it. But
the rhymes,
he rhymes his ass off on that joint.
Then you got the joint where Just Blaze Freak that Rick James sample.
Oh my god! No, the joint where he used the Janis Joplin sound. Oh my god!
Yeah, that joint crank too.
That beat is insane, but that song is amazing, Joe.
Just Blaze did the Oh My God. Oh, Just Blaze did the first 4 joints.
Hands down.
That's why they crank.
Exactly.
He didn't do the prelude, but he did Oh My God. He did Kingdom Come. He did Show Me What You Got. And he did Lost One. Do You Want to Ride, which surprisingly produced by Kanye. That's where the album starts to dip a little bit.
Yeah,
that's on Turf. That's on Turf.
Yeah,
30
I didn't rock with that joint.
I like the 30 joint. I think Dr. Dre did that right.
Stuff, but he didn't have the right music with it, and he didn't have the right hooks. He just wasn't ready.
What about 30 and what was it? 30 the new 20 or something like that?
Yeah, I like that joint. Didn't Dr. Dre do that joint?
That joint bang.
I like that joint.
Yeah,
and I like Mama I Made It too. I like the Mama I Made It joint too.
Yo, Shorty loves that beach chair.
I really
love that beach chair song.
I can't stand that.
Shorty is different than yours though. She like that beach chair joint. And Dig a Hole. That was the corniest joint on there. Dig a Hole.
I ain't like that either.
He was trying to diss these dudes. That's what he's trying to diss Jim Jones.
Like after
that was the only time
song,
Jay looked weak because he tried to diss Jim Jones and then they started laughing at him.
The joint with Usher is not that bad. He got a joint with Usher on there. That's not that bad.
Which one with Usher?
It's called Anything. I don't even remember how it goes.
I don't even. Like I said, after the 4th song, I don't listen no more.
I ain't care for the joint he did with Beyonce on that joint.
Well, that's admittedly his worst. That's one of his worst albums. Only album worse than that to me is probably Blueprint 2.
I don't like Magna Carta.
Yeah.
Magna Carta. Those are
like
worst joints. Those are 3 worst joints. I like Magna Carta, but it don't get no replay.
Yeah, I really can't
when it came out though. But listen, we're gonna wrap it up.
I have one question I want to pose to y'all.
Get it.
Who would y'all say has the best catalog that you can listen to from the first album to up to now?
Kendrick.
Wow, that's a loaded question, Joe.
I have 3. I have 3 off break.
Well, I said Kendrick.
Okay. I have Gangstar. I have Little Brother. I'm talking about whole catalog. Gangstar, Little Brother, and EPMD. And EPMD is iffy right now. EPMD is iffy right now. Whole catalog.
I can go with Gangstar.
You can't say that about EPMD.
The last 2 albums, you shaky.
You can't say that about EPMD.
Yeah, the last 2 albums are shaky.
But Gangstar and Little Brother, whole catalogs. And you know what?
Let me look at Gangstar because I remember Gangstar hit a little moment. Let me see something, bro.
Only Gangstar joint that I'm iffy on is their first album.
That first album was I love the first album.
It's not a bad album, but it's the only one that I'm like, eh.
But you also got to think about it too. DJ Premier only produced a couple songs. That's when DJ Premier first started producing.
Yeah,
After that,
I think 45 King did most of that shit, right?
Right. After that, you saw the progression of Gangstar. So that whole Gangstar catalog, I can listen to. That whole Little Brother catalog, I listen to a lot. And I'm going to throw Redman's catalog in there too. I'm going to throw Redman's catalog, except for that last Reggie album. That
Redman album sucked, Joe.
Yeah, that last one was terrible.
Yeah.
So out of all the Redman, that one album, but those are the three artists I say who catalogs I can sit back and listen to from the first album to the last somewhat.
Did you like the Owners?
Yes.
I like the Owners, yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't as good as the previous stuff, but I like it.
Yeah. Because you can put on any Gangstar album and groove to it from beginning to end.
Gangstar might have the best run.
They might have the best run as far as catalog.
Yeah, that second album to that Moment of Truth, those four albums.
Hard to Earn is my favorite.
Yeah, that four albums might be one of the best runs.
Yeah, Gangstar. What about Little Brother though?
Let me see. Little Brother. You saying Little Brother? Hold on.
What's that album? What's that Little Brother album after Get Back?
Left Back. Left Back falls.
Left Back is okay. Left Back is just okay to me.
So think about it. You just said two groups where it's just one album that was suspect. So them two groups had the best run as far as catalog. Oh, and I thought, do I want to throw Outkast in there? I throw Outkast in there.
Outkast definitely got one of the best runs.
Outkast in there as the best discography one.
They don't have a bad album.
They don't.
Well, I'm gonna disagree.
If you want to count that Idlewild,
I like that Idlewild album.
I don't like that shit.
I can't rock with Idlewild.
I don't like that Idlewild.
I can't rock with Idlewild. And I'm gonna even go even further. And I don't know. I feel people that do rock with Idlewild are kind of weird. So Chop, you weird.
What? No, because you know what?
Now.
Look, I'm going on the record right now. I like musicals. I look at musicals. I like musicals. So
but I never really considered that part of their discography because it was for the movie.
It was a soundtrack.
It was like a soundtrack.
It was a soundtrack.
The movie was
like a soundtrack.
It was. Because
I was mad at that movie.
You had Macy Gray on there. You had a whole lot. You had different.
I actually like the movie. I just don't like the album.
Really?
No, I ain't like that movie.
Okay, so think about it. Within the three that I named, there's one album on each that y'all said that y'all really couldn't rock with. So those three artists,
I think Outkast and Gangstar got the best discographies.
And you wouldn't say Little Brother too. It's only one album. It's only one album.
So that made it Lord Watch. Y'all rocking with that?
That joint is banging.
That's just okay to me too. It's just okay.
No, that joint is amazing to me. I still listen to that to this day.
It's just okay to me.
That joint is banging to me.
I can't put them with Gangstar and Outkast. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I'm just biased, but
I love Little Brother, but I can't put that shit up to that.
But me, I'm putting Little Brother, Gangstar, and Outkast on that list as the best discographies.
And I'm gonna be honest, and I like it. But even the joint before Idlewild, and I like it, but I can't tell nobody that album bang.
Yeah, Love Below on Speakerbox. Love Below on Speakerbox.
No, before that.
Stankonia?
Stankonia?
I like Stankonia, but I can't tell nobody, yo, go listen to Stay Up Bangs. Like, no. Stankonia bangs to me, but I can't.
It bangs to me too.
It's certain albums you can vouch for, like Aquemini. Like I'll fight a room of 100 dudes over Aquemini. I'll fight all 100 of y'all, but I can't do that. I think
Stankonia is the weakest. I think Stankonia is the weakest out of those, though.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
but it's still good.
But at the end of the day,
it's still good. But
it don't have. It ain't no stank. It ain't no Aquemini. Like Aquemini is like something that the Lord made. You know what I'm saying? Let me think. Dale, what's your joints? He said a discography. Let me think. I'm trying to think.
Well, he said Outkast and Gangstar. I can go with that.
It ain't nobody else.
I'm trying to think. You can't say LL Cool J because after a while he started lunching.
Nah, he's bugging. You know
See,
what?
when it comes to the solo artists, they got so many albums. You gonna get a few weak ones here and there.
Yeah, I rock with Jay's discography. You know who else almost had it until they didn't was Kanye. When Kanye was on a run, and
that
then
808s and Heartbreaks,
I didn't like 808s and Heartbreaks. I
can't stand that album. 808s and Heartbreaks is trash to me.
I think that's where the run ended. But a lot of people really like that album. Really like that album. And they say that it's true. That album changed rapping to what we got right now.
Yeah,
a lot of that is happening right now.
Was it for the better though? Did it change it for the better?
You know the wild thing about it?
Guess what he doing on there? He's singing.
And the wild thing about
it,
even though we hold these
a lot of auto tune, so
yeah, he did. But even though we hold these two in high regard, you can't even say that for Nas and Jay-Z discography neither.
No, they got some clunkers.
Yes, they do.
Not a lot. Let's hold up. We're not gonna do that. It ain't like Jay clunking and clunking. Jay will clunking and give you 3 joints after that. So it's not a lot of clunk. No,
I'm talking about a whole discography.
Not a lot of clunkers, but he got a few in there.
Jay got 2.
He got about 2 or 3.
2. Jay got 2.
Got more than 2 than me.
Nas got 2.
But Nas got like
that's
a run. Nas' last 6 joints is a run.
Oh yeah,
that's a run.
That's last 6.
That's a hell of a run. That's a hell of a run.
Which one of Nas would you say was misses? Which albums of Nas was misses?
You could say Sid, the joint with Kanye was a miss.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the end.
Nostradamus, you could say was a miss. Even though I like some joints on there, that was a miss.
I like some joints on there, but it's a miss. The nigga album.
I like some joints on there, but you could say it's a miss. You could say it's a miss. Overall,
Street Disciples was a good one.
The nigga, I'm a conscious rapping dude. I was like, I got to a point I couldn't even listen to that nigga album no more. I couldn't even hear it, bro.
I understand where you're coming from because overall it is missing. It is lacking, but it got some bangers on there. But
it do got some bangers on there. It got some bangers on there.
Like he got the joint about the roach where he described himself like a roach.
Yep.
That joint, man.
About that joint.
Then he got the other joint. We talking about chicken.
What about J. Cole?
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Man, like, see that overall that nigga album is not that good, but he got some songs that you be like, God damn, John, how the fuck he think of this shit?
But he great though, damn.
Jay-Z great.
Jay-Z worst album got some joints on it.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. He always like even his weak joints, he got some joints. You be like, man, he had a few joints on there, but like, man.
Tribe worst album got joints on it. What's Tribe worst album?
Y'all, watch y'all say love, but watch y'all say the Love Movement. Y'all say the Love Movement was
that is their worst album.
It might be worse than Beast Rhymes in Life.
And you know what's crazy? I was so when we bought Beast Rhymes in Life, I was so freaking I couldn't wait to get that album, bro.
Slim.
And we listened to it in my house. We went and listened to it in my house, and we listened to the whole joint. But that's when he started doing a lot of Jay Dilla was on there. Then Goofy Ass Consequences on there rapping. And I'm like, why?
I didn't agree with Consequence, but as Darrell, me and Darrell rode around DC bumping that Beast Rhymes in Life like shit.
And Consequence wasn't bad. I just didn't like the fact that they put him in the group. I'm like, you at least gotta ask us, do we want this nigga in the group?
Right, it's like they just put him in the group. It's like they just threw him in the group, like, all right, here's Consequence.
And we like, wow, how does he earn that? What do you do? Oh, Q-Tip cousin. That's all you gotta do.
But it was what it was. It was what it was.
Common had a little run.
Yeah, he did. From that second album, Resurrection.
Electric Circus is one album I did not like.
See, that would mess up his run. That's what messed up his run.
That Electric Circus.
Yeah.
That Electric Circus fucked up his run, Joe, because he had a run. He had Resurrection, then he had One Day It All Makes Sense, then he had Water for Chocolate.
Yep.
Then he came with that Electric Circus. Then he came back with B. He had a run if it weren't for that Electric Circus.
Now, but Slim, he came back strong.
Wait, Chop. Hold up, Chop. Let's not act like B was right around the corner. That was years later. That was a whole different.
Yeah.
But he came back strong with B though.
Nah, B is
he came back strong with B, but it was some years down the road.
That was Kanye at his best.
Yeah.
He wasn't overproducing it, just produced it.
Yeah. That was Kanye at his best on that album.
The album after B was good too that Kanye did for him.
Which one was that?
For the People or something? What was it called?
For the People. Damn.
Forever. Yeah,
Corners.
Forever something.
That was a good album.
That album.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't remember much of it, but I remember that I remember this has some good songs. Hold on. The day will come. Hold on, let me get.
Yeah, that album was good. That album was good. It had some joints on it.
Oh yeah, that album was good. Now you said that one.
That was the last good Common album, really. Them joints after that.
Hold on, what about the album where he did the diss song? Where he did the diss song about Drake, talking about called Canada Dry.
Oh, you talking about Believe?
Dale, hold up. That was called Finding Forever.
Yeah, that was a good album. That was a good album.
2007. Then Universal Mind Control came. I ain't really like that.
I ain't like that
album.
And then The Dreamer, The Believer, which was okay.
Then that was solid.
I think nobody smiling at the joint with the Drake diss.
Yeah, okay.
No, the one with the Drake diss is on the Dream and Believer joint.
All right.
That's sweet.
Maya Angelou was disappointed in him.
So sweet.
Dog, you know how we old heads? Finding Forever was in 2007.
That's a long time ago.
B was in 2005.
Hey, hold on 1 minute. Hold on.
Electric Circus was in 2002.
Dog. Yeah, you're right. It was that beat came years after.
We talking about stuff that's 21, 22 years old. Like it was yesterday. I ain't like that joke. That joke came out 20-something years ago. Did you hear his last stuff?
Because I still listen to them albums.
Yeah, me too. I went back and listened to
I heard his last stuff. Yeah.
Nah, I can't get with it. I'm gonna tell you, that's a conversation we need to have. What the hell happened to Common, bro? What happened to Common, Dale?
He still can rap, but his album making is not as good as it used to be.
You want me to tell you why? And this is insight right here. Common is chasing different things and everything except rap. He want to be all these things to all these different people. He want to be the spokesman. He want to be the dignitary, the diplomat. He want to be the poet. He want to be everything to all black people at all times. He want to represent the whole race, but he don't want to spit. And so when he spit, he's trying to represent all these different things. The preacher, the teacher, the nice guy, the humanitarian, the vegetarian, like all this shit. Like
he said the humanitarian, the vegetarian.
And we don't want none of that shit. We just want the bars, bro. Right?
Well, you know he about to come out with an hour with Pete Rock. Who about to do a whole hour with Pete Rock?
I love Common, but that shit ain't gonna be shit.
I don't know, Joe. It might be his comeback.
Because you know why it ain't gonna be shit, Dale? He's not gonna be able to spit correct that the way, like, when I write, Dale, I write like I don't give a fuck, right? Some of my shit, if it's gonna be curse words, huh?
I haven't gotten to that point yet.
You got what you mean?
Writing where when I find myself now when I'm writing, I'm not trying to offend. It's like I'm trying to please everybody pretty much.
That's what Common's doing. And what I'm telling you is when I get on the MC, I act like when I did Force Multipliers with Dale, I wrote them rhymes. I said, ain't nobody gonna hear this shit. So I was like, man, I'm gonna say whatever come to my mind. Right? A lot of stuff I say on Sports Multipliers is not politically correct. It's not that it's offensive, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when wifey give me the A-OK, we're gonna DP them bitches like double dutch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I literally said when my wife give me the A-OK, we're gonna DP bitches like double dutch.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like you basically saying he don't want to mess up his Hollywood connects by saying some wild shit.
He don't.
And what I'm saying is he's not going to ever spit like Common used to spit. Even on B, it was more plugged in. And it was just like, I'm Common, and I'm writing about what's going on, da-da-da. Now it's like, I'm Common, and I'm going to tell you everything that's big and beautiful around the entire world. Everything, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the revolution is amazing. Like, get the fuck. Like, we don't want to hear that shit. Like, we
So he lost his edge. He lost his edge,
bro. And I like Common. I just watched Silo. That movie, that show was great. Did you watch Silo?
Yeah, Common's, I like that joint. He did a good job in that.
He did his job. But that
you think he did a good job acting in that? You think he did a good job acting in that joint?
He did a great job. But he only acted the same way in almost everything. But he'll put the edge into acting because he know he can just hide behind the acting. But with the rapping, he can't put the edge in that because he's trying to get the Grammy again, the Oscar, he's trying to get the EGOT, like he's trying to get all this shit. He's trying to get all these awards.
He said that before too. He said he's trying to get all of them. He said
he got them.
He said he want to get all of them.
That's the point. He trying to get, like he made the civil rights song, and it's him and John Legend. They doing stuff for Obama right now, bro. So ever since Maya Angelou was disappointed in him, he ain't been the same. So it's
he's trying to please everybody.
We never getting that Common again. And Pete Rock, to me, Pete Rock funny style of shit too. This thing he just did with Cannabis, he did the beats and he didn't do the beats. He didn't buy him. He bought it. He paid for him. Somebody else did. Like, it's all this goofy shit. I ain't listen to the album at all. Did y'all listen to the last Cannabis album? That all that hype was about Pete Rock was saying it was trash. And Cannabis was like, how the fuck is trash? You did all the beats. And he was like, I ain't do none of the beats. He trying to lie. It was a whole thing.
I ain't know Cannabis had an album with Pete Rock doing the beats.
Yeah,
I remember that shit because Challz and I went back. I was like, damn, he did do an album. Pete Rock did do an album with this nigga.
He did, well, he claiming he didn't do it, but then it was like convoluted because he was like, oh, you never paid for the beats, so I took the beats back. And he like, how you take the beats back when these are the beats I'm rapping to? It was goofy. So I'm like,
yeah, it was goofy ass shit.
I don't look forward to nothing with Pete Rock no more. Pete Rock is like bugging out. Nah,
man. Hey, Pete Rock do anything with what's the Bible's name? Lucchini, Camp Low.
What about
Pete Rock do another album with Camp Low? I'm rocking it. Cause
what you mean another album with Camp Low?
He did too. They got 80 Blocks from Tiffany's.
Yeah, they got a joint.
They got a couple joints.
You know he did it. You know Pete Rock did a joint with Sky Zoo too.
Oh yeah, he did.
The Retropolitan thing.
I don't follow
Slim.
Like that. I'm not mad.
I know you checked out of Camp Low a long time ago, but Camp Low got some shit.
I like Camp Low, but I gotta catch up. I don't got no problem with Camp Low, but I gotta catch up.
Yeah, you got a lot of catching up.
Man, you know who I'm really the producers I'm rocking with? It's Alchemist.
Oh, Alchemist always
I rock with Alchemist. I
fuck with Alchemist. No, you know, he's in his production bag, and y'all probably don't know. Y'all know him as a DJ, but J Period is one hell of a producer.
Okay.
I'm rocking with J Period right. J Period, give him some time. He gonna be major out there. He gonna be major.
I think the best right now is Alchemist, Hit Boy,
yeah,
Static Selector, and Marco Polo. I think they the four best right now.
Yeah. What's the producer for Griselda? Is that not 38 Special? What's the
What, Conductor?
Yeah, some conductor. I forgot his name.
The only thing about him, he don't be putting no drums to his shit, y'all.
He do.
Different.
He do. Dale, he don't do that no more, Dale.
Yes, he do. I just listened to something they ain't put no drums to.
It ain't heavy like it used to be.
Joe, that last Ransom joint, he did the whole thing. Ain't hardly no drums on it.
They be asking for that shit. Because when he worked with Conway, it's always drums and Benny.
You must be talking about you might be confusing with Derringer or something.
All right,
because you got Derringer in their camp and another producer in their camp. But that dude Conductor, a lot of times he don't be putting drums to his shit.
You might. Well, I might be getting them confused then. I might be getting Conductor and the other dude and Derringer mixed up there. But it's a lot of stuff off them Griseldas, but they got some dope shit.
Man, listen, y'all old dudes will have me talking all night. like it's 1999 and we just bought a new Capadonna CD.
He said Capadonna. Hold on, Challz.
Go ahead.
I have one more thing. I want to say. Since this is old head, this is old heads only. I think us as old heads need to give a old head rap nerd album that everybody need to go back and check out. And my album right now, I think everybody need to go back and check out is No ID's album, Accept Your Own and Be Yourself, the Black Album.
Wow.
I heard that album. I had to take back in the day, I think. You talking about
I went back and listened to that album. Amazing. It still holds up to this day. That's an album I think, if you're gonna take anything from, I think you should have anybody that come on your show a one album that they could give to have everybody else check out. And give give an insight on the shit that we came up on. And that album, it's an amazing album to me.
Dale, go. What's your album, Dale?
Well, I'm gonna give a new album, but an old artist. That Master Ace and Marco Polo joint.
But what is it?
He just came out.
That album
is good, real
good.
That
album is banging. That album is banging.
Yeah.
You know what? It depends on what you're into. I'm gonna give y'all two albums. One of them is Diamond Shell. Go back and listen to Diamond Shell. Go back and listen to Diamond Shell. I said
I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
Huh?
I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
Go back and listen to that first Diamond Shell. And that's a great album.
That's Big Marky brother, right?
Huh?
Ain't that Big Marky brother?
I think he is cousin. I don't think they brothers, but I can
cousin or brother. Some cousin. Yeah, cousin. I'm sorry.
Go back and listen to Diamond Shell. For the first time in a long time, Biz was right. Go back and listen to Diamond Shell.
I'm gonna listen to that album in the morning. Watch.
Yep, Diamond Shell. And I'm gonna give you a new joint that I listen to. 38 Special and Lord Fleet. They got a collab album.
I think I saw that.
I got the joint with him in Conway, 38 Special Conway. It was okay. It was just okay.
And you know what, too? I got one more. King Ghidorah.
Oh, King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's I'm bugging. Hold up. No, I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying it wrong. But it's give me a sec. It's MF Doom.
King Ghidorah. That's the
joint. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
I always say it wrong, but go back and listen to that joint. MF Doom. Give me a second, bro. I always say this shit wrong.
What you talking about?
The Czarface with MF Doom was tight too. I like that joint.
That joint is dope. MF Doom has some banging ass albums now. I think about it.
I think it's King Ghidorah. I know I'm saying it wrong, but go back.
No, I think you're saying it right. I think you're saying it right.
It's Ghidorah. It's King Ghidorah because it's named after the monster from King Kong. I mean, from Godzilla.
Right. But they spell it different than that, though. But, yeah, bro.
I've heard people say it like y'all say it, though.
Oh, yeah?
I've heard people pronounce it like you say it, Challz.
Yeah, they say it different. It's called King Ghidorah.
Ghidorah.
Go back and listen to that King Ghidorah.
I thought it was Ghidorah.
Yeah, we could tip for tap, but when he says it on the album, he says King Ghidorah. When he's rapping, he says King Ghidorah. Go back and listen to King Ghidorah. That shit is fire. That's when, a matter of fact, I'm gonna go listen to that joint my damn self.
I'm gonna listen to that damn to that Diamond Shell joint in the morning.
I don't know if y'all can see this. Oh, let me see if I can get it.
All right. Yeah, I listened to that album about a month ago.
That's the King Ghidorah.
Yeah, that's Ghidorah. Yeah.
Yeah, go listen to that joint. That's a fire joint. Listen, old heads. Appreciate y'all watching, whoever the hell's still around, while we sitting here half damn sleep. All of us got to work in the morning.
I take my ass to bed. I gotta go to work in the morning.
I know. Elizabeth's gonna be like, baby, you still up? You on that damn computer?
Hey,
You
Slim, fuck work.
rapping?
Fuck work. I love this music shit.
They still got honest clothes.
Huh?
No, I'm good. I work from home tomorrow, so I'm good.
Oh.
Yeah.
You work from home every day?
No, just Monday, Tuesday, and Friday.
All right, gang, listen. It was a beautiful night. I appreciate everybody here. We will be back next week. We're going to be talking about some more funky, fresh, old school topics. And I'm glad we got to talk about the boys. I'm glad.
I want to thank y'all for having me tonight. I really enjoyed this.
Appreciate you, Chop. I'm going to bring you back, too. You definitely got to come back.
I would love it. I would love to.
Definitely got to come back. Dale, appreciate you. Tomorrow, make sure y'all share this. Make sure people see it. Because I think we had a good time. What you got rolling?
A lot.
Huh?
I shared the last show a lot.
All right, gang. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Appreciate it.